Have you ever wondered why, in a world full of social connections, you still feel lonely? So, is it possible that we're missing something more important in these relationships? It's not that you lack friends, it's that you're missing a new approach to building real friendships. Today, with Wisdom Daily, we'll explore how Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, can help you build truly meaningful and lasting relationships. Watch this video to learn the key steps to developing friendships based on quality, not quantity. What is friendship? Friendship is often described as a rare gem, something precious and difficult to find. Just like a diamond, true friendship is not something that comes around often. It's easy to believe that friendships should be plentiful, like a social network. But in reality, the most meaningful friendships are those that stand the test of time, not quantity. But what does it really mean to have a real friend? Is it simply the number of people you know? Or is there something deeper to it? Too often, we find ourselves surrounded by acquaintances who, in the end, don't feel like true friends at all. We get caught up in social circles, thinking we need a large number of friends to feel accepted. But the truth is, true friendships are built on trust, mutual respect, and shared values. Think of a time when you shared a deep conversation with someone where you didn't have to pretend to be anyone else. Those moments are what real friendships are made of, not superficial chats or fleeting interactions. These friendships are not easily found, but when you do, they become treasures to hold on to. This brings us to the idea that friendship is not about having a large group of people around you, but about having a few meaningful connections that truly resonate with your heart. Quality over quantity. That's the essence of real friendship. It's about finding people who not only enjoy your company, but also challenge you, support you, and grow with you. In a world that sometimes values numbers and popularity, Stoicism offers a refreshing perspective on friendship. It reminds us that true friendship is about the strength of the bond, not the size of the group. The Stoics taught us that real connections require patience, self-reflection, and the understanding that friendship is a journey, not a goal. As we continue, we'll explore how the principles of Stoicism can help you nurture those rare, valuable friendships that will stand the test of time. These are the relationships that will add depth to your life, and most importantly, they will enrich your journey. This section introduces the concept of friendship and highlights its value in a way that resonates with viewers. The language is conversational and accessible, ensuring that the message feels personal and relatable. The use of vivid imagery and relatable examples helps emphasize the message that real friendships are rare and valuable, setting the stage for the deeper dive into Stoicism's role in cultivating those friendships in the next part. Reasons for having few friends. Have you ever felt like you're living in a world full of social connections but still can't seem to find a true friend? That feeling of loneliness can sometimes make you wonder if there's something wrong with you. But in reality, having few friends does not mean you're not worthy. It could be due to several factors such as your personality, past experiences, or even how you perceive relationships. One of the main reasons we feel like we lack friends is our personality. Introverted, shy people may find it hard to connect with others. They aren't as quick to open up or engage in conversations and sometimes feel awkward starting new relationships. But this doesn't mean they're incapable of forming true friendships. In fact, these individuals often create deep, lasting relationships, but they might not display them outwardly like more extroverted people do. We also need to recognize that trust is a crucial factor in building friendships. If someone has been betrayed or hurt in the past, they might struggle to open up to others. The feeling of lacking friends can come from emotional wounds that haven't healed, causing them to be more cautious and less trusting of new people. Additionally, the modern life with its pressures from work, family, and social responsibilities can also prevent us from dedicating enough time to relationships. When you're constantly busy, connecting with others often isn't a top priority, leading to the feeling of lacking meaningful friendships. But having few friends doesn't mean you're not valuable. It could simply be due to your personality, past, experiences, or social factors. The important thing is that you can absolutely change this. So, how can we change this situation? The key solution might lie in something both simple and powerful: self-acceptance. This is the first step in starting to build real, meaningful relationships, and it's exactly what we will explore in the next part. Stoic solution: accepting yourself. Stoic solution: accepting yourself. When it comes to building relationships, the most important first step is accepting yourself. But why is this so crucial? It may seem simple, but for many people, especially introverts or shy individuals, accepting oneself can be a major challenge. However, if you can't accept yourself, how can you expect others to accept you? Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, teaches us that being shy or introverted isn't a weakness. In fact, these traits can become hidden strengths. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus encourage us not to see these qualities as drawbacks, but to learn how to understand and use them for personal growth. Shyness can help you listen and understand others more deeply. Being introverted doesn't mean you're bad at communication. It means you can think deeply and build meaningful relationships. Imagine constantly feeling like you need to change yourself to fit in with others. You'd always feel exhausted and incapable of building genuine relationships. But when you accept yourself and become confident in your own value, you'll grow stronger in your interactions. You won't have to worry about pleasing others, and instead, you'll be able to connect with them naturally and sincerely. For example, think of a true friend who understands you without you having to pretend. They value you for who you are, not because of what you can do for them, but because of who you are. This is the power of self-acceptance. When you're confident in who you are, it's easier to connect and form deep friendships. So how do you start this process? First, look at yourself without judgment. Don't let negative thoughts about yourself hold you back. Instead of criticizing yourself, recognize the strengths you have and how they can help you build great relationships. And that's the key to moving forward. Once you've accepted yourself, you'll be able to apply Stoic principles in your life, expand your relationships, and create lasting friendships. Let's explore how Stoicism can help us do this in the next section. Focus on what you can control. When it comes to building relationships, one of the most important lessons Stoicism teaches us is focus on what you can control. Have you ever felt pressure to please everyone around you? Or worried about what others think of you during a conversation? In reality, thoughts like these only add stress and prevent you from being natural in your relationships. So, what can you control in your relationships? The simple answer is your actions and words. You can't control the thoughts or actions of others, but you can completely control how you behave, how you communicate, and how you present yourself. If you're constantly worried about what others think, you won't be able to express yourself sincerely and naturally, and that will hinder you from building real relationships. Think of a situation where you meet someone new. Instead of worrying about whether they like you or not, focus on presenting yourself naturally. When you're not trying to impress them or worrying about their judgment, you'll feel more at ease and the relationship will become more authentic. This is how Stoicism helps you be more confident in communication, by focusing on what you can control rather than external factors. For example, when meeting a new friend, instead of trying to impress them, just listen and engage in the conversation sincerely. Don't be afraid to show your true emotions, because it's this naturalness that makes others feel more comfortable and connect more deeply. You've probably met someone with whom you felt completely at ease while talking, without the pressure to say the right thing or do something to impress them. That's a relationship born from naturalness, not anxiety or fear. And that's what Stoicism encourages us to practice. When you focus on what you can control, your actions and words, you'll gradually build more sincere and meaningful relationships. Remember, you don't need to please everyone. Just do your best with what you can control. Once you learn to control yourself and express yourself naturally, you'll find that building relationships becomes much easier. Next, we'll explore how Stoicism helps you build trust and create lasting connections in the following section. Building trust in relationships. Trust is an essential element in building lasting friendships. You may have experienced relationships where you felt disappointed due to a lack of trust. But when you understand your own value and know when to open up and when to keep your distance, everything becomes clearer, and your relationships will be built on a solid foundation. The most important thing to understand is that trust cannot be built immediately. It takes time to develop, much like a plant that needs to be nurtured in order to grow strong. You cannot rush placing trust in someone without truly understanding them. It is the self-awareness and understanding that you deserve authentic relationships that will help you recognize who truly deserves your trust. Think about a situation in your life. Maybe you had a friend whom you trusted, but over time, you realized they weren't as trustworthy as you thought. That feeling can be very uncomfortable, but it's also a valuable lesson. When you understand your own worth, you'll know that not everyone is worthy of your trust. This is why self-awareness is a key factor in building reliable relationships. So how can you build trust in relationships? First, you need to realize that trust is something that must be earned gradually, through small actions over time. Take the time to observe and understand the person you're connecting with, and from there, decide when to open up and when to keep your distance. Only when you feel safe and secure in your interactions with someone can trust truly begin to grow. Trust is not something you can demand immediately. It's a process. And once you've built trust, your relationship will become stronger and more enduring. You will no longer feel insecure or worried about changes in the relationship because you've established a solid foundation through self-awareness and trust in yourself. We've seen that trust must be built over time, and understanding your own value is the key to recognizing who is worthy of your trust. In the next section, we'll explore how Stoicism can help us build stronger trust in relationships and face the challenges of life. Seeking social opportunities. In the journey of building lasting friendships and relationships, one key factor is creating social opportunities. But how can you meet people who share your passions and values? The simple answer is, get involved in community activities, shared hobbies, or professional events. Have you ever considered joining a class or attending a volunteer event? These are not only opportunities to learn and grow, but also great chances to meet people who share similar interests, viewpoints, or life goals. When you engage in these activities, you're not just expanding your network, but also building authentic connections based on things you truly care about. For example, if you join an art class, you'll meet others who enjoy art just like you. In just a few sessions, casual conversations about your interests can easily turn into deep friendships. Sharing passions, learning together, and supporting each other forms the foundation of a lasting relationship. Similarly, volunteering is a great way to connect with people who share similar ideals and life goals. When you work with others toward a common purpose, you naturally form a bond, and genuine relationships emerge. It's an opportunity not just to help the community, but also to find companions who share your values. By participating in social activities, you're not only building relationships, but also learning how to connect with others authentically. Conversations, shared events, and even small acts within the community will help you establish trust and respect from those around you. So, if you're feeling like there aren't enough opportunities to connect, start by getting involved in community activities that interest you. It's a wonderful way to expand your relationships and build long-lasting friendships. Once you have those opportunities to connect, we'll explore how Stoicism can help you maintain and grow those relationships in the next section. Developing social skills. Relationships aren't something that naturally form. They require effort and patience from both sides. If you find it difficult to connect with others, don't worry, you're not alone. Every relationship starts with small steps, and developing social skills is no different. One of the first things you can do is participate in conversations. Start with simple exchanges, such as asking, "What did you do over the weekend?" or "What are your hobbies?" These questions help break the ice and open up opportunities for you to show interest in others. Don't worry if your first few conversations don't go smoothly. It's the effort that will gradually help you feel more comfortable interacting. A simple example is when you attend a social gathering. If you meet someone for the first time, don't be afraid to show interest, whether it's through a compliment or asking about their hobbies. Sometimes, just asking a small question about their interests can be enough to build a connection. When you show genuine interest, people will feel that you're approachable and trustworthy. Success in building relationships doesn't come from speaking too much or always dominating the conversation. It comes from knowing how to listen and show genuine interest. Strong relationships are built on the foundation of sharing, and your social skills will improve every time you make others feel comfortable and understood. Remember, social skills take time to develop. Every conversation, every time you attend a new event, is an opportunity to learn and improve. Be patient and don't fear failure. The first few attempts may not be perfect, but as you continue practicing, you'll find yourself growing more confident and your relationships becoming stronger. Social skills aren't something you can master overnight, but over time, with effort and perseverance, you'll find that you're able to build lasting relationships. And as you begin to get the hang of these skills, we'll explore how Stoicism can help you maintain these relationships for the long run in the next section. Caring for and nurturing friendships. When we talk about friendship, one important thing to remember is that friendship needs to be maintained and nurtured over time. Just like a plant needs sunlight, water, and continuous care to grow, friendships also require attention and effort from both sides to prevent them from fading away. Friendship is not an outcome that can be achieved instantly. It's a long-term process, much like planting a seed and taking care of it until it grows. At first, you might not see immediate results, but if you persist, that relationship will become something solid and enduring. Think about a long-lasting friendship you have. You might not see that friend every day, but when you meet again, everything still feels natural and close. This doesn't come from seeing each other constantly, but from the time, effort, and affection you've invested in maintaining the relationship over the years. Every conversation, every meeting is an opportunity to nurture that friendship. In the process of building and maintaining friendships, showing genuine care is extremely important. Sometimes, a simple message to check in, a sincere compliment, or a small act of help is enough to strengthen the bond. These are simple yet meaningful actions that reaffirm your care for that person and your willingness to support them when needed. Maintaining a friendship is like taking care of a plant. It requires patience and constant attention. If you only care for the plant once and then leave it, it won't thrive. Similarly, if you only focus on a friendship once and then neglect it, it won't last. Caring for friendships doesn't need to be complicated or require great sacrifices. It just takes small actions, regular gestures of care, and sincere attitudes. When you nurture friendships this way, you'll receive genuine affection and love in return from your friends. And once you realize that friendship is a process of nurturing, not an immediate outcome, you'll understand how Stoicism can help you maintain and develop deep, lasting relationships. Let's continue exploring this in the next section. Friendship and mental health. Friendship is not just a simple social connection. It has a profound impact on our mental health. In this busy and challenging life, a good friend can be a solid support, helping us overcome difficulties and feel understood and shared with. What's important is that Stoicism can help us maintain peace of mind, which in turn creates the perfect environment for genuine and lasting relationships. When you have inner peace, you won't let stress or anxiety control your life. You'll feel more confident, and it will become easier to connect with those around you without feeling pressured or worried about what others think of you. In fact, a peaceful mind doesn't just help you maintain a relationship with yourself. It also opens up opportunities to connect with others in a natural and sincere way. An easy example is when you feel at peace with yourself. You're no longer controlled by unnecessary worries. You can interact with your friends comfortably, not afraid of being judged or criticized. This helps you maintain a sustainable relationship, as your confidence and sincerity will make others feel at ease, encouraging them to build a deeper connection with you. Stoicism, with its philosophy focused on controlling emotions and maintaining composure in every situation, is the key to achieving this inner peace. When you learn how to manage your emotions, accept what you can't change, and live fully in the present, you create a solid foundation for your relationships around you. When you have inner peace, not only do you become better for yourself, but also for those around you. Your relationship with your friends will become deeper and more enduring, because you'll know how to build trust and respect in that relationship. What's important is that inner peace not only helps you feel happier, but also makes you a good friend, ready to share, support, and listen to others. When we understand that mental health and friendship are closely connected, it becomes easier to maintain healthy and lasting relationships. And next, we'll explore how Stoicism can help us overcome life's challenges and maintain strong relationships over time. As we wrap up today's video, let's remember that friendship is not something that can be measured by quantity. You might have hundreds of friends on social media, but the number doesn't matter as much as the quality of those relationships. True friendship is not about how many people call you their friend, but about those who truly understand and respect you, and are always ready to stand by you through life's ups and downs. Stoicism teaches us that friendship is a long-term process that requires care and nurturing. Just like plants need tending to, friendships need to be cultivated over time, not just through brief encounters or empty promises. Every small act, every check-in, and every moment you spend with your friend helps maintain and grow that relationship. Imagine that a lasting friendship is not something you can create in a day. It's a long journey filled with moments of connection. We don't need hundreds of friends, but rather those few who genuinely care about us and whom we care about in return. A few high-quality friends, truly trustworthy and always there for you in the significant moments of your life, are what truly add value. So, instead of worrying about how many friends you have in your life, focus on the quality of those relationships. These connections will help you grow, share deep values, and create unforgettable memories together. When you understand and practice Stoic philosophy in friendship, you'll realize that these relationships are what create real value in your life. And when you learn to appreciate the true value of friendship, you'll be able to build relationships that are not only strong, but also help you develop and become a better version of yourself. Let's continue with more Stoic lessons and how they can help you maintain lasting relationships in the next section. We've explored the true value of friendship through the lens of Stoicism, from building trust, nurturing relationships, to maintaining inner peace. Ultimately, the most important takeaway is that friendship is not about quantity, but quality. True friendship is built on sincerity, care, and patience over time. When you understand and practice Stoicism in your relationships, you not only learn how to build lasting friendships, but also how to maintain them, helping you become a better friend and find inner peace. The quality of the relationships you build will reflect the calm and confidence you bring into your life. Remember, friendship is a long-term process, not an outcome that can be achieved instantly. And when you take the time to nurture and value these relationships, you'll see them grow deeper and more enduring. If you found these lessons helpful, don't forget to hit subscribe and share this video with your friends so they can discover the values of Stoicism too. What about you? What are your thoughts on how we can nurture friendship and build lasting relationships in life? Leave a comment below. Wisdom Daily is always eager to hear your thoughts and experiences. Let's continue our journey with Wisdom Daily, exploring life lessons that help us become better versions of ourselves every day. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.